Okay then guys, wow, this frame rate is pathetic. Anyway, this is going to be a quick video response to driftapex's video on views on Xbox 360 and the PS3. I am playing it live for some unknown reason because this is not going to distract me at all. So yeah, first off, I'm going to address basically what he more or less did make as his first point. Might not have been exact, but it's the fact of the portability. And can I start by saying why? Admittedly, I know this wasn't actually you, I think it was somebody else who mentioned it, but why did they mention this? A PS3 or an Xbox 360 is not made for portability. It's just not. It's made to sit in your room and just, you know, be there. Maybe you'll want to take it around to your friend's house, I guess, but in that case, chances are it's for a party or something, and you've got the Wii, which is much easier to be portable and is much more fun with multiple people, I think. So yeah, I mean, I would have a lot more fun playing Mario Kart with 3 other friends in the room than I would with Halo Reach, having 3 other friends in the room, unless of course it's a really good map. And next he addressed the look, and again, the look, why? Doesn't add to anything. I know this wasn't you, driftapex. I think he mentioned who it was, but I don't know who it is. But seriously, why look? Why? Who cares about the look of a console as long as it's freaking awesome? And in the end, I actually think I prefer the Wii's look overall to the other two, but that's not why I've got the Xbox. Now let's look at it. The red ring of death he mentioned. Now, I understand that there is a white ring or something like that on the PS3 as well as the red ring, and he said the red ring does happen a lot more often, and I agree, it does happen a lot more often, but an Xbox at the moment is probably, if you can pick one up, used for about 100, and as for a PS3 you can pick one up used for about 200. So say my Xbox gets the red ring of death, yeah, it doesn't really matter that much to me. I have 100 quid in the bank, I can go get that, and while it is sucky, and I really should have an extended warranty, the only reason I don't is because I'm an idiot, it's not going to affect me quite as much as if somebody who's got PS3 gets the white thing, whatever you call it. I think it's the white line, and in which case you have to shell out 200. Now I think this more or less evens out though, because in the end, an Xbox probably, I'm just giving a rough guess, I don't think it's quite as far as this, but roughly gets the red ring twice as much as the PS3 gets the white line. So you might pay for 2 PS3s in the same time which an Xbox player would pay for, say, 3, maybe 4 Xboxes or so. Yeah, which is probably going to take you about 8 years of playing, I'd say. Because I got a red ring of death after about 3 years of playing the first time, and I've had this console now for about 2 years. So yeah, that's mine. I should have got the warranty on it, but I'm an idiot. So yeah, I didn't even get the warranty on the new one. So I'd say, again, it pretty much evens out. So let's address the next thing, online. Now, me personally, I prefer Xboxes online because it's much more user-friendly. And also, I'm willing to pay that £5 a month because it goes towards supporting the company as well, and I do like Xbox quite a lot, Microsoft quite a lot. Why did I say Xbox? They make computers. I'm playing on a Microsoft computer right now, and, well, they don't make computers, but they make the hardware for computers, and let's face it, the only thing that even compares to the hardware on these computers is Apple, and Microsoft, I'd say, is better in a lot of regards. Apple probably is surviving on the iPod and iPad more or less completely, because Microsoft just can't match that. So next, exclusives. Now this is the main thing I like. I believe that if you are a true gamer, you will care most about the games that are actually on the console. Admittedly, the console itself does matter a lot, but when it comes to Xbox 3 and PS3, I think the differences are so marginal, it's just, you're not buying it for the actual console. There's not much to say in difference, besides about £100 in the cost. The PS3 does have slightly better graphics, slightly better hardware, all that sort of stuff, whereas the Xbox is slightly cheaper and has slightly better live, but, you know, it costs a bit of money, which is a bit bad, but I don't mind it that much. It's only £5 a month. So yeah, Exclusives. If you are buying an Xbox 360 or PS3, I urge you to look at the exclusives that they have before you buy it. Because, in the end, that's really what matters. Are you a COD person or a Halo person? Because, to tell you the truth, if you're a COD person, go for the PS3. Mostly because, well, let's face it, it's just better, really. Yeah, when it comes to actually running a game like COD, because it's faster, it's got all the better graphics and all that. And in the end, probably the better console. If you prefer COD, and let's see what else. Quite frankly, if you mention strategy games, admittedly it probably is better to have a PS3 if you're buying a strategy game. I think, just about, but why aren't you getting a PC if you're getting a strategy game? Why? Just why? And also, but yeah, exclusives. Let's face it, if you enjoy Infamous, you want to go for the Xbox, not the Xbox, the PS3. If you enjoy Gears of War, you want to go for the Xbox. It's back and forth. I suggest you look at all the different exclusives for the console before you buy the console, because that is what's going to make the difference between whether you enjoy that console more or not. Again, I also think you should look at the Wii a bit, because for some people, they're a lot more casual, and I think the Wii is good for that sort of gaming. I don't think it's good for, if you play it more than, say, 2 or 3 times a week, I'd suggest the Xbox or PS3. Because while the Wii is good for stuff, the whole little wrist action, I don't particularly like that, and it can get boring quite quickly. So yeah. What else? That's just in my opinion though. Some people might disagree completely. I know quite a few hardcore gamers that play the Wii constantly. And that's because, let's face it, there are quite a lot of people who enjoy that sort of stuff. Probably not because of the whole motion controls, although it's quite a few probably little kids who enjoy that, but because of the kind of games that come out, which are completely different, I think, mostly to Xbox 360 and PS3. If I had to say the exclusives which I prefer the most, it's probably on the, the Nintendo Wii. But if I can, I'll buy it on the Xbox or the PS3, because I prefer the controls completely. I usually only buy a game on the Wii if it's, say, Zelda. Oh crap. Nice. So I only usually buy a game on the Wii if it's Zelda or something like that. That's the only time I actually do that. Or Mario. It's that sort of thing. It's just when I enjoy it. So next off is developing the game. Developing the game, again, he mentioned in it that the Xbox is much easier to develop a game for, and that's true. And so most people will develop games for that, which is not true. If you're making a game and you completely ignore the PS3 and don't even consider putting it on there just because it takes a little bit extra time to make it, that's stupid. Because you're giving up an entire hundreds of no, not even hundreds, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of console gamers that prefer the PS3 to the Xbox, who are not going to see your game. Now often this is a choice to make it exclusive, which means that, there are often exclusives, but for most games and that, it's pointless, because you can earn a lot more money putting it all over multiple consoles than you can by putting it on a single console. Now, it depends again on your preference here. If you prefer a smoother live and that sort of stuff, I'm talking about, actually I should say what I'm talking about, and this depends on your preference on whether you buy a game or not, as in mass-produced games, as in game on multiple consoles. Now if you prefer online to be swift, nice, easy to set up, I'd say, easy as hell, and you get a lot more friends list, you've got a lot less problems, that sort of stuff, I would go for Xbox without a doubt. However, if you're not the kind of multiplayer gamer, I believe that multiplayer is a lot more, on most games anyway, Xbox based. Admittedly, I think COD might be a bit of a weird one. So anyway, yeah, I would strongly urge you to go for an Xbox if you like talking to people and going on multiplayer and that sort of stuff. And if you're not, as long as you're willing to shell out £5 a month, which most people probably are, it's only £5. But if you are much more of a single player gamer, then the PS3 will most likely give you a better value for your money, because it's got better graphics, it's just got better hardware in general. So yeah, it's just a good reason to buy it. Why would you buy an Xbox if you're a single player gamer? Unless, of course, some exclusive on the Xbox is what you prefer. Okay, next is he mentioned Minecraft, and quite frankly, I can see Notch. I don't think Notch particularly cares about Microsoft or Sony or anything like that. He prefers mostly to put on PC, for obvious reasons. He's PC person, you know. He started on the PC, it's done him well. So I can't see why he'd bring it to Xbox and not to PC. Not to PC, sorry, and not to PS3. I mean, why? When that's again another market share. And we want him to do that. I actually want him to do that, because that way he'll earn more money, and that way he can expand, and that way he can make more games, so on and so forth. Obviously, if he goes to PS3, he's going to get more money out of it, which is brilliant. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Minecraft thing, and I can't see why he wouldn't, unless he can't get a deal with PS3. I don't see why he won't. Again, same thing with the Wii, although I can see why he wouldn't do the Wii if he doesn't have to. I know I'm about to dig myself into a hole and hide in it. Oh great. Second thoughts, I'm just going to chance it, because you guys won't be able to see anything. So yeah, that's just about it. Next is the PC. I just wanted to mention this nice and quickly. All of these things that I've told you about, it's very small. There's not much difference, I think, between the Xbox and the PS3. But if you introduce the PC into the market, it's a million times better than either of them. If you can get, I'd say, about £1,000 PC, you've got a PC that is just as good as anything that the Xbox or the PS3 could ever do for you, because for crying out loud, the consoles are locked at 30 frames per second. The PC runs at sometimes about 60 frames per second on normal games, and that's insane. A decent PC can run that compared to the 30 frames per second on console games. On top of this, the PC can do just about anything. Again, I've not told you this, but I'm probably quoting Total Biscuit in this bit. But it can do anything, and I mean anything a PC can do. Not a PC can do, a console can do. And it can do more. Because the hardware is just ultimately a million times better. I mean, come on, when you've got hardware like that, why would you think you go for a Xbox or PS3? The only reason you really is money-wise. When you've got a choice between a PC, which if you want to get a proper PC console is at least £1,000, and an Xbox or a PS3, which is about 200 quid for a PS3 if you can get it used, usually, and about 100 quid if you can get it used for a Xbox, why would you go for the PC unless you've got that kind of money, which a lot of people have, especially if it's like a 10-year-old kid or so who wants to get his first console. He's not going to go for the PC because it's way too expensive for a 10-year-old kid, and he won't get his money worth out of it. So yeah, but for gamers, most of the time I'd say go for the PC. Just go for it. It's ultimately better. It's the only problem I can see with it is the fact that the ports are often terrible from the consoles. But yeah, it's just better. On top of all that, strategy games, my favourites, are done best on PC. So I think that's just about all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching. I hope this gave you some insight into which console you think you want to buy, or if you don't, whatever. Or if you want to just get a gaming PC, which isn't really a console, it's a platform, you know. I hope this helped you, in other words. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and if you like this video and want to check out more of mine, please press the little button that says subscribe. Admittedly, if you only wanted this for a tutorial, don't do that, because I mostly do Let's Plays. If you enjoy Let's Plays, please click, see if you enjoy me. Okay, other than that, goodbye.